Well, there's a little camera icon. I think that means something's happening. We'll take it. Hey, good evening. Thank you all so much for being here. In fact, in terms of thank yous, I'm not going to take up any time, but one, I have to give a huge thanks to my students who all day long have been putting aluminum foil on these windows. We were just talking about there's a certain gesture of faith and confidence in your professor when you sign up for an intro to photography class and discover this is on your syllabus. Also, a short but intensely sincere thanks to our library. Everybody has been over the top, not just with availability and resources, but in the conversations and in the brainstorming. The content of the event actually went up, and for someone who works a lot in public art projects, I'm not used to the other people at the table pulling that off. It's amazing. Thank you so much. Diving right in. An electron, the dwarf planet Pluto, the moment when in full gallop, all four of a horse's hooves leave the ground. As disparate as these three things are, they have one thing in common. They were first observed not by the unaided human eye, but in a photograph. Okay. Photography comes from two Greek roots. Photo for light, we're dealing with light, photosynthesis. Graphis, drawing or tracing. Okay, drawing with light. However, light by nature is chaotic. It has no order, it is bouncing in all directions. And yet, when I look at you, you don't look chaotic. We have vision, we can see. And that's thanks to the pupil and a few other things that are involved. But thanks to the pupil, the massive chaotic nature of light is blocked. It has no bearing on our sight. And traveling in straight lines, lines of light that enter the pupil, that continues traveling in straight lines, that information hits the retina, and we have an upside-down backwards view of the world that the brain learns how to turn around. Okay, psychologists have done experiments where with mask and hood things, with mirrors, we see upside down and backwards again, and if you wear that long enough, your brain acclimates and turns it around again. And even more uncomfortable, apparently, when you first take that contraption off, it takes the brain a while to stop turning it around. Okay? Nauseous, dizzy, right? It's not a game for the brain. The brain's trying to figure out why you're even doing it. I would love to put that on the syllabus. So camera obscuras, Latin for dark room, have been known and used in various ways for centuries, depending on what culture you're going to look at. Aristotle said light travels like an arrow. It's the straight line thing. So because it's traveling in a straight line, what's up will continue traveling in that straight line, and thus the sky is what's going to be on the ground. Okay, the parking lot downstairs is going to be up in these first part of the ceiling, etc., and left and right. A contemporary, excuse me, of Leonardo da Vinci's turned one of the rooms in his home into a camera obscura, and then hired a mime troupe to perform outside. So his guests would be entertained by all of this movement and activity. They ran him out of town on charges of witchcraft, because in the day they had no means to understand that as a natural phenomenon. Okay? It had to be supernatural. Some of you might know, otherwise, in the day, learned science in Europe believed that existence was dark, and humanity lightens it when we grant it our gaze. There's an ego, huh? Existence is dark, but when we look at it, we light it up. Okay, even though a few thousand years with the question, very simple question, if that's true, when we look at a mountain at night, why doesn't it get bright? No one could answer that, but it was so comforting to think, well, it still comes from our eyes. Da Vinci said, I don't think so. I think light enters our eyes. And today we believe that. Who knows how silly that might sound in 500 years. So, we have some amazing performers who are going to treat us to some audio experience here. We've got some text that's relevant to the context that we're in. And we will transition through this piece from this light down to total darkness. Okay. It takes our eyes a while to acclimate. Okay. So be careful, first of all. No blood, no injuries. So far, so good. But at that point, as our eyes acclimate, feel free to wander around. It's different depending on where you are. Okay? And I will, at that point, also be passing around a few clip lights or other things that, if you want, you could use where write or draw in the air, drawing with light. There's some photography that will be going on. And we'll be sharing how camera vision is very different from human vision anyway. Okay?
Up into the silence. The green silence with a wide earth in it, you will go. Out into the morning, the young morning with a warm world in it. The fine sunlight, firm day
as your eyes acclimate, feel free to explore the room. If you want, head on over to the refreshments. It's going to take time. Hey, yeah, actually, since you're still basically right here, I just don't want to knock one of our cameras over. Lift your heads, and that's the parking lot downstairs. So, again, it's going to keep taking time. You can see there's parking cars. This is the crosswalk. Over that corner is there. There's, yeah, right here you have, for the moment, the most intense light falls off in intensity as it gets farther away. Okay, can anybody, Howard, if you'd step aside just a little bit, can anybody start to see the Rosslyn skyline on the screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so again, just give yourself time.
And wait, it's upside down.
Everything's upside down and backwards. Yes, so your brain also, it's like, what?
It's amazing how much detail. Yeah. Duster. Beautiful dust. I don't want to sit on somebody. The jewel of love.
I want to go down there and just wave hi. It looks so static. But that's real time.
Yeah. Sunset, actually, but it has a lot to do with where across the street is receiving the light. You see the cars moving on the bridge.
How are they going to do yoga in the dark?
Yes. I'm sorry.
The yoga in the morning, how are you guys going to do that?
Gonna be dim. Yeah, and again, it's our eyes will continue to acclimate. I mean, it stays dim.
Yeah.
It's a very different experience, but you'll keep seeing more and more.
It's been no darker than any like candlelit yoga class I've taken.
Stand back.
Should you have a screen? Do you want to have a big screen here that we could
Yeah.
have it? Because we could bring up one of those screens from downstairs, those portable whiteboards. And then just lift it up and then have, yeah.
Well, we'll see. I kind of like the almost as metaphor, though there can be compromise in terms of the visual.
Right.
What is the exterior? What is the interior? How they're navigating this particular marriage here, right?
Good point. Oh, there's somebody over there. You can see them
Yeah,
walking.
car just pulled out.
Yeah.
And this,
You can really see the bridge.
I was going to say, yeah, this is keyboard over here,
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, the planes, so if it's taking off, coming this way, so they're going to come at us on the ground here. If it's landing, they're going to be leaving.
Oh, wow.
Here. I was saying earlier, we saw them this afternoon, but the first experience, my student Tatiana shrieked because she thought it was a rat on the floor. Yeah.
Well, I can see how there's a difference. It looks more three-dimensional.
Yeah.
So is the food over off to the left
Correct.
and right side up?
They're cookies.
Yeah, I meant to ask everyone to do that, but regardless of I will say, give me 1 second here.
You have to activate it. I will do that. I will think of what to do.
Okay, Howard, when you're ready.
But,
And you can take your time. You've got a couple of minutes of exposure. You can take your time.
I'm going to do something here. But, wait, why is it not?
Don't twist. Hold on. Don't twist too much because the battery's still out. Oh, you're almost there. Okay.
Too bright.
Okay, that was a quick one.
Here we've got some dimmer ones. Who else would like to write something in the air? Mr. Beth. Probably, you want to be like at least over here. I'm not sure exactly this side. And you can write whatever you want. And you can just nice and calmly.
Bruce, would you would just have to do
If you actually you don't even need to. In this light, that is bright for the camera. I heard Abelardo who will write here. Oh.
So this is for the camera. Okay.
Sorry.
So what are the hours of this Pinochet?
This camera, you mean?
Or the Obscura?
The room for until about 7:30, 8 tonight. I want to see what when the lights.
But I
come on,
want
what's
to
the way.
talk about it on my for tomorrow. What's the hours for tomorrow?
Well, I'm going to be here probably by 7 at the latest. There's a yoga class 8 to 9, and then I'm here through the day until past sunset.
All day.
All day. There are certain groups and teachers that have scheduled, but others can come right on in anyway.
Right.
So that works fine.
Hey Bruce,
Yep.
should we be writing backwards?
If you want to.
Okay.
But actually, it doesn't bother me if somebody just flip the image or you just leave it backwards if that's
But just consistent, it's either forward or backwards.
Do you guys want to try?
Yeah, would it be?
Just kind of for the camera. I think it's like a whatever. I'm not sure. That's the camera one. And you just kind of right in the air and it'll.
It'll make the word right.
Yeah, I'm Chuck.
My camera's right there. So it'll just be like, yeah, almost like your basketball.
It seemed like we went to LA.
Because again, it's just, right?
I think it was a cloudy day.
So if I stay
Right,
still,
so it's pretty cool to see.
you just kind of goes, kind of the curvature of me.
Oh, there it goes.
We don't know what's.
I can just come over and do it.
Should I outline you?
Yeah, is that one? Nothing wrong with that. Get out on the stoop.
Yeah.
Allie can play his phone.
There were dancers at all the
Is that the dog?
So ideally, it would be your real bag.
You're a gamer. Stop time.
Yeah.
His camera is,
Our cab will run over.
his camera's there, so you can come over and. Oh, I'll just download it. Does it, how does it?
It's magic.
It's
Pure sorcery.
How do you make the?
I think it's the pitch. Our cat hates black.
Have to be tied in.
But he'll tolerate April's
Did
cello.
you mention something about working in this
So,
girl?
could be, of course, it could be that I suck at buying them too. So that
Bruce
really
disappeared. I started at Georgetown Ministry of Corrections, Seminary School for Service.
Okay.
So he would hold the annual convocation
What you ready?
faculties and history government up until the great
The idea is just to
reshuffling.
write something. No, I think it's for the camera. Camera.
College, yeah.
And demoting